what if Naruto was the summoning king and stuff. And we're gonna start off where Naruto is back in the village with Sasuke and stuff. And Sasuke notices that because Naruto was never in the village and stuff, that he knows, like, no way, this kid is stronger than me. Even though I'm a prodigy of the Uchihas, but I'm like, they're dead. Yeah. So he asked more training from Kakashi. Kakashi says sure, but then Naruto asked about that one thing that he did, and he was like, oh, you mean the story? You probably couldn't even learn it. And he can't and stuff. And I want to say, he doesn't know this, but he did get tips on learning the Sage mode. So sometimes he does, when if he sits down still for a while, he does collect nature energy constantly, pretty much. Like I want to say the fox is different than the rest. You can move while doing it. So pretty much, he never knew, but his eyes were red. And stuff. And I'm gonna say one day, Talk comes up with the third Hokage's grandson, because I'm gonna say he bet him, asking him why is his eyes red, because I'm gonna say Naruto never really noticed. I'm gonna say the third Hokage already told him that he was a Namikaze and a Uzumaki, explaining that usually their eye colors are like blue and whatever the Uzumaki's is. But he says, why you got red eyes? Naruto says, what, this man like not normal? And he says, yeah. Have you never seen all the other villagers? And stuff. And this, whenever we bring up this topic, and this is where he learned. He doesn't learn Stars Made, but he hears about it. Both of the foxes say, wow, appearing in front of Sarakage's grandson, saying it's not normal, it's an ability that he picked up on by training without knowing it. Naruto hears about Sage Mode. It was like under. So then he gets a self-conscious feeling to shut off Sage Mode. And I'm gonna say he does feel a little bit weaker. His symptoms did go down a little bit. And he always like, oh, so I did have enhancement the whole time. And I'm gonna say whenever Sakura comes around the corner and stuff and asks him, how did you get blue eyes? And Naruto says, apparently, these are my natural eye colors. Or color. Sakura got nothing against Naruto or something. She doesn't think that he's stronger than, you know, what's his name? No, Hinata's on their team. But Hinata wasn't even important because she stuff, but I'm gonna say she could actually defend the bridge builder if Zabuza actually attacked. Sorry if you hear dog jumping and stuff and eating. I got a little hungry. My dog likes really greedy. Comes around every time. Then he activates his red eyes again. Naruto never knew, but his provision, like a shotgun. Like, what if he, like, his eyes are like a shotgun, fast and stuff. Up his eye prowess to the third Tomoe and stuff. So, just listen to this. Okay, I guess nobody's there if you guys want to. I call that person a lot, but you can do that. Sasuke, after how many months they had to the tuning exam, has his two Tomoe and stuff. I'm gonna say just about hit one Tomoe or three Tomoe in one eye and two Tomoe in the other eye. I'm not quite there, but then they go to the training exams. The first little test about the genjutsu. The thing is, I would say Sage Mode can actually fend off genjutsu automatically and stuff. So when they get there, he automatically noticed that it was a genjutsu. Then, because he knows that he has outside chakra nature, which pushes out chakra, nature energy that he had in his body, releasing everybody. And Sasuke, seeing that his normal eye color is blue, and Sasuke asks about that. And Naruto saying, apparently, I've been having to actually get the first step of a strong technique called Sage Mode. Sasuke hearing this, saying that, and Naruto saying that it isn't complete, but I could probably train a little bit, train for a couple months, and probably learn it. And stuff. And Naruto did try to learn the Chidori, but what he came up with was Purple Lightning, which is like a downgrade of Chidori. Personally, I think Purple Lightning would be pretty useful, because you don't need that speed and aura of Sharingan. So it'll kind of be more useful to outside people, so it'll be more highly known in the village. And he did come up with the prototype Pale Lightning and stuff. But yeah, that's what happened. And yeah. So, if you wonder what, I totally forgot about this, but you know, the gang members and stuff. I would say Naruto's the one that defeats them. instead of Zabuza. Because he set Zabuza down and just told him to rest. And this is where people hear that he has 2 Gekka Genkais because fire and Scorch release looks to come different. It's like dark fire. It's more like, you know where the red is? That red turns into like a black, and the yellow turns into a bright red. More like a darkish red. I don't really know how to explain it. That's where he gets the name. Fireflies! No. I don't know what to name him. But they also hear that he has like a really good affinity for summoning creatures, saying that he can about summon every summoning creature without making a physical contract, which I'm going to put into Naruto, saying that you can make a contract with them without having the scroll. But the only way you have to do is defeat them. So that's why he can't summon Gamabunta. I'm just going to say that because he didn't defeat Gamabunta whenever he left. And he has to defeat them on their own with no summoning creature. So that also means no Gekka Genkai from the summoning creature. But then, yeah, they get there. And Rock Lee challenges Naruto for the 100 Manslayer. I'll make this one up to you because I did eat for a little bit. And he says no ninjutsu or genjutsu, and Naruto looked at him like he was an idiot. And Rock Lee was like, what? And says, didn't you want to become a splendid ninja without taijutsu or ninjutsu? And you're fighting people with only one thing that you know you specialize in. And Rock Lee thinks. And Rock Lee's like, oh yeah. But then Naruto says, whatever, I'll fight you. Without genjutsu or ninjutsu, that also means no summoning. Lee says also, because I'm going to say your summoning was put into a different category of ninjutsu. And stuff, and he says, I know. And stuff. So then he says, then they run up. Naruto can dodge Lee pretty easily because his eye prowess. But then, because I want to say, Sage Mode isn't a ninjutsu, it's like a skill. It's more like just using pure chakra to fight. But then he activates a little bit of a stage, where he notices that when he starts trying to pour in more chakra, because that's what he's been doing, that chakra starts forming around his arm that nobody else can see. So that's whenever I'm gonna say he kicked Lee in the leg, making him fall down easily without him going that fast. He's just like sidestepping. He kind of reminds Sasuke of his older brother Itachi, because Itachi barely moved, but he can dodge almost everything. Because what Itachi did was that he didn't like jump back really far. He just sidestepped to where all the attacks would miss him completely. So yeah. So yeah, and then what he does is that he kicks him in the leg and he gets him on the ground. But instead of punching him with Lee saying ice in the because I'm gonna say, like, Lee, because Naruto's going full speed and Lee couldn't take off his weights. And if he tried right then and stuff, and so then what happens is that he runs, and then Naruto punches the ground. He didn't know what the chakra could do, but then this is whenever Lee gets hit by the chakra, sending him flying off because of the strength of the chakra. This putting him almost at the same level as Tsunade with his... wait, not if he uses his chakra charge in his hand. But I'm gonna say, without using actual Sage mode, he can't do that because it would turn his hand into a fox hand, they said. Because it's kind of like an imperfect Sage mode, but without like all those weird features. But yeah. So yeah, that's what happens. They go on to the first test. Naruto goes to the bathroom, knocks one dude out, uses Shadow Clone, and then, because nobody can tell where the Shadow Clone's from, at the end of the test, I'm gonna say he knocked out several participants, and he got the answer for one of them from the dude that knows the answers completely. Got them and he made the foxes also to go around and find some answers until Sakura and Sasuke, they win. They go off and it's the Forest of Death. They go into the Forest of Death. And they try to come up with the password, but this is whenever Naruto says that wouldn't really work because somebody could be jumping on us right now. And he says I have to use the restroom, walks off, and gets attacked by jumped by pretty much them. But this is whenever Naruto would say, ice style yellow frost needles with where he was speaking turned into ice. And the people are confused and are like, 1,000 needles of death. Shooting a whole bunch of needles out of him out of his pee. I just wanted to put that in. Because it's just like the moment. Then he gets jumped by a snake. Then, with him, all of a sudden the snake explodes with fire and ice. With the one side of the snake freezing and the other side turning into ash. He jumps off with Sasuke. I'm gonna say he can still move, but I'm gonna say this makes him activate a 3 to only one eye, 7 to only in the other eye. Because they say you gotta have like a tragic ending or like kill your best friend, but it never said that you actually had to kill your best friend and stuff. So yeah, I would say stressful moments would work too. So this is a stressful moment. If you have like a legendary Sani level ninja up on you trying to kill you, take over your body. Oh yeah, this is the riding toad. Okay. Yeah, this is the riding toad, and yeah, I just seen it, so yeah. Why do they always change the color of it? But yeah, that's what happens. Naruto comes over with his eyes where he can see every move that he's doing and see buildup of chakra. Pretty much, I'm gonna say Fox Sage mode was created by the second Hokage to outmatch the Uchiha for the Senjus. But I'm gonna say that but he kept it in the Fox summoning area and stuff. It was supposed to meant to kill all the Uchihas because he was like that, man. For some reason. I get it that his brother was killed by a Uchiha, but mostly why they attacked the Uchihas was because they're scared of their eliminate power, pretty much. Because they're all descendants of the Astra path and all that, so they do have like Sage of the Sixth Chakra. only some of them, like Madara, Sasuke, and I would say other people have it, but I'm gonna say prodigies of the clan had it most definitely, and also the Byakugan users also had um the Sage of Six Packs Brothers chakra, which his brother had the Tenseigan, was the advanced version of the Byakugan, but his mother's Byakugan was like overpowered, man. Like she can look at you and hit you with your chakra points and about kill you. Let me see what this brings. But yeah, that happens. Naruto comes over and he starts using the foxes to their fullest extent. I'm gonna say making them twice the size of what they were on the bridge builder area, and sending them at Orochimaru, shooting ice style out of their mouth and fire style, or scorch style, and then Naruto using shadow clones to jump him. After a while, they think they beat him, but then he turns into mud and comes back, and then Naruto first time tapping into the Nine Tails chakra, and this activating his improving his like chakra, like increasing his chakra a lot, and so and then he like runs off really fast with using all of his sage chakra with the Nine Tails Spade Blitzen. I'm gonna say the Nine Tails feels like the chakra is similar to his and stuff. Wait, this is the Nine Tails? I guess it is. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's what happens, and they get away with Sasuke and the half curse mark. I'm just gonna refer to it. I do this in like almost all my Naruto what ifs to make him stronger, giving him the full control. Not giving him in the second stage. I'll give that to him later, whenever somebody's about to die. But yeah, they make it through. They get into the little area, and that's gonna be it for this what if.